Come on, bud. You can't be back here. I tell you over and over, you can't be back there. Oh, guess I should probably mute the mic on this screen, huh? Whoops. Okay. I'm back. Oh god, I gotta mute my own stream. That's don't like that at all. Alright, I'm back. So, last time we had all sorts of problems, and it basically comes down to trying to use software that's not like done. So instead of using the WGPU stuff, even though it's very cool, I'm just gonna back all the way out and do GL and Gleam instead, because it's much more stabler. So this is a Emulator example that does a custom texture, and we're just going to copy the part that says some generated texture, and we're going to use that as our frame buffer, basically, is the plan. So, right, so we don't have the support stuff, obviously. Literally just going to copy this because I am so tired of messing around with this stuff. Clipboard. I don't think I care about clipboard. Let's see here. What? Oh, it's in support. Okay. Clipboard. Don't care about that, just gonna delete it. There we go, boom. Okay, so we're missing all of the import stuff, obviously. And we don't have any of these, so we gotta use Glium. Do. 5 default features equals true. There may not actually be an 030 of this out yet, so this may not work. But we'll find out. Okay. Just use latest, see if that works. Tick, 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 building forever. Okay, so it's missing example resources, which is totally fine. It's missing image, which is totally fine. And it's missing the JPEG decoder. I don't think I actually need either of those because I don't want to do the Lena thing. So let's go ahead and frag that. Delete that junk. Just go ahead and blow away this whole implementation here. Not going to build because, oh, there's one in support too, 50. Oh, that's the font. I should probably include the font, I guess. Just gonna boot that away, and then VRS, resources. There we go. Okay, that should solve that problem. Get rid of image. 69. Okay, there we go. So we got this far, which is good. Better than last time. Now let's see if we can change that generated texture a little bit. First of all, we'll make it bigger. So this is going to be 640 by 480. And this is going to be 640, whoops, by 480. And then it should probably just like hang off the end of the world, which is fine. Okay. So that's cool. I'm guessing it like tiled the thing because we didn't change the data at all. It's still a 100 by 100 texture and it's just been stretched. So let's change that. Sticking with 480p. There we go. Whoa, I made it so much worse. How did I do that? Interesting. Huh, okay. Stick with 100. Maybe because we're pushing it as U8. and you can't actually do that. That makes sense to me. So let's just do I over width. Science and tech is the stream you want to stream under. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That didn't used to exist. Or maybe I'm making that up and it always did. How's it going, Nick? Okay. That's not exactly what I expected, but I guess it's not that surprising. Okay, I feel good about this. I feel like all I need to do is fill in this vector, and then I can do whatever I want. But the real question is, can I change it in the main loop somehow? Show textures. It's right here. Okay, so that passes a cow into the raw image, which you would think would mean that I could lift data out. Where is that getting called? Right there. So lift data out here. Make this take a reference to data. Move this out also, yes. How do I change the category? There should be a button for this. Probably is. It's probably over here. Category. Science. Update. Hey, I figured it out. I'm a whole ass streamer. Alright, so I lifted this. I need to take a reference up here. And that will work, maybe? Probably not. Oh, I forgot a comma. Okay, that's fair. These should just get lifted all the way up. Seems like. Expected struct found reference. Okay, I don't know that much about cow, I guess. There is a borrowed and an owned cow. So I guess I want borrowed. Let's just try that. Ooh. Yeah, cool. All right, so I got the same results here, which is good. And now what I want to do is in the main loop, which I guess is in here somewhere, right? I want to modify that there data. Let's see if I can get it to change. So let's just go down here and copy this. Pop it in here. Which would, of course, require it to take and mute data. that in here. And then I think what we want to do is to push. How do you get the mouse in NGUI? There's got to be a way. Mouse. IO.mousepause, huh? Where do you get IO? NGUI get IO. Okay, so if I go in here, and I do like that, is that a thing that happens? Nope. Could not find NGUI in NGUI. Interesting. Alright, let's actually look at this then. Sure wish there were good examples of anything. Let mouse pause equals UI.io.mousepause. Okay. Okay, let's see if that works. We should get a texture whose... Oh man, it doesn't work. So I do have to like redo the texture thing every frame, I guess. Okay. Oh wait, I'm calling push, aren't I? That's not right. So let's do... I mean, obviously that's the wrong thing to do, but try it anyway. Nope, doesn't seem to be changing anything, which I guess is not that surprising. GL context raw, texture ID, textures insert. Troubling. It's really not clear to me how many times per turn I should be, or per frame I should be like recreating and rebinding all these textures. Don't really know how all that works, to be perfectly honest. Well, let's just pass everything into show textures and do it from there. UI, data, okay. We're going to take these three also here. Get rid of that. Yes. Okay, you're going to take the UI, you're going to take system, display, get context. Actually, no, let's just go ahead and capture it. Let context equals system.display.get context. Let render system.render, or no, actually, textures. And then the UI takes context, textures, and MU data. Now let's see what happens. Help a trait with a similar name exists. 53. Oh, where F facade. Okay, I see. So we gotta do borrow of display, borrow later captured here by closure, cannot move out of system. So I need to make it a move closure? I always forget how that works. Okay, no, I made it worse. Fine. Yeah, you're gonna. That's why you're cranky. Actually, is because I'm doing both things. But all right, fine. I just want to be done messing around with this junk. Support system. Borrow occurs due to use and closure. Probably can't just make it a move closure here either. Gosh dang it. Alright, well that's why it didn't want me to do that, but then how am I supposed to do it every turn? Quite confused. I'm so sick of this crap. All I want to do is write a CPU emulator. Alright, well, whatever. Figure this out. So, we're looking at this custom textures demo, which is a problem because it doesn't update the textures ever. Are there any that are newer than that? I don't know. Multiple fonts, progress bar maybe? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, let's check out regular ass image GUI then. So this has texture ID, which comes from my text ID, which is generated there by reading the fonts, because it's the only one we have access to. Just storage for whatever you want it to be. Gather with type through your own functions. Show metrics window. Add image. Okay, are there any other more interesting examples here? In GUI draw, maybe? Probably not. No. How about in here? It's basically just all appear to be implementations, which is not what I want. Give you my emulator code, not sure if it would be helpful. Yeah, probably. I mean, this really doesn't seem like it should be this complicated. I'm sure I'm just doing something wrong. So we do need to call it every tick. Basically, we clear the window, we bind our FBO, we draw our FBO, then we let MGUI draw on top of it. That kind of makes sense. Okay, thanks, Nick. So let's see here. What are you doing exactly? Render textures, get, unwrap, raw, blah blah blah. Texture dot write glium rect. Okay, didn't know I could do that. So that's probably what I need then. Also wear your glasses. I am wearing my contacts today. Okay, so that's probably what I need then. Is I need to do this junk with the raw image. So, hello textures. So I have the texture ID. I should get the texture. Let texture equal hypixel render. Well, I've got textures literally right there. Textures dot. Wait, do I? Maybe I don't actually. Let me just undo this back to a point that worked. Shoot the whoop, shoot the whoop. Yeah, I also am not convinced that this is interesting, but I kind of just wanted to get back into streaming, which I used to do more, and now I do not at all. Okay, so this works, but I don't have access to textures at all unless I can get them out of UI. You do. Didn't think so. Okay. Can I get a renderer? It stands for copy on write, Lila, as you know. Yeah, I didn't think so. So how did you do this, Nick? You get renderer past somewhere, somehow. Where is this? So this is main loop. And it like takes a bunch of things? Weird. Okay, so you change support RS. So where's the main loop bit? Oh, there it is. Okay, so you change that to give the renderer to the closure, which changes this from mute, right? So, okay, I can do that. Let me just open up and see how you did that. Because again, I'm tired of this shit. Alright, main loop. Unmute, bool, UI, and then you just took mute renderer, boolean display, and I don't know what the other stuff is for, so I'll just not do it. Okay, and then we will go ahead and pass the renderer in here. So what was this taking? A boolean that's not used, a UI, and then a renderer, and then a display. Okay, so system.renderer. Not a function. And I'm actually going to delete the boolean display because I don't know why I need that yet. I'm sure I do, but I'll find out later. The frame rate and event of events. Okay, that makes sense to me. What's your problem here exactly? Yeah, I thought it was a field. Expected 3. Okay, sure. Run UI. So it's expecting 3 parameters, which is run, UI, and then renderer would go here. boosted for immutability. There. Okay, and now 52. We'll get rid of that, and we should be able to do this. We have to take it in though, so renderer and mute renderer. And then we gotta pass it in here. I gotta import it. Oh my god, why? Stop it. Use here after partial move. Render doesn't implement copy. Okay, that all makes sense to me. But what am I supposed to do about it exactly? Okay. Where did you get renderer then? Call system main loop. System's right here. I don't even see renderer. Where did you get renderer? Oh! Am I an idiot? I might be an idiot. Okay, I think I understand what dumb thing I was doing. So the renderer gets passed from inside. That's why I was confused. Alright, now I can do what I wanted to do before. I have those. Now I just need to actually do the rebinding stuff, which is what you originally linked me, and so it is in here somewhere. Da 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 da. Thanks, Diana. Okay. So here's the Earth. Let texture equal renderer dot textures dot get my texture ID. I guess I should move all this stuff under here, huh? Okay, so now we got the texture. We need the raw, which is a raw image 2D. How owned. Except that it would be borrowed on data. Width is width as U32. Height is height as U32. U8. Okay, and then we're going to do texture.right. Rectangle left 0, bottom 0, width, height, raw. Except that I should do this obviously after I change the data. So let's go like that. And then that should hopefully work. Let's see. Nope, no method named right found for option RC texture. Fair. Probably need to unwrap that. Height expected U32. Oh, there we go. That's what we wanted to see, sort of. That's actually kind of horrifying to see, but it works. It does the thing that I told it to do. So that's good. Thanks a lot, Nick. That was a huge help. I would have been still pounding my head against the wall. Woo. I'll probably steal some more of your stuff, actually. It's very helpful. Okay. Alright, so that was step one, sort of. Let me just adjust width and height to match the NES screen dimensions, which is 256 by 240, or something like that anyway. Oops, that wasn't what I meant to click. And then I was making this 640 by 480, which I think is fine, actually. And then all the rest of this is going to stick the same, except this is too big now, for some reason. Oh, geez, I made it bad again. It's got those interesting striations in it. Maybe this actually wants to be the size of the window? Nope. Interesting. Oh, it's probably because of this I plus J thing here. Do mouse pause 0 plus mouse pause 1. Those are supposed to be in parentheses. Wish they all could be California girls. Alright. Okay. So that's still too big. Also kind of seizure inducing. But if we go back to having this as width as a 32, height as a 32, and then do that. Your window's too small, not the image too big. Well, I mean, it depends on what you want, right? I wanted it to be 256 by 240 because that's what an NES is. I could obviously scale that so that it's easier to see stuff, but that was basically what I wanted, is this, I think. Cool. Right. What now? I guess the next thing to do is to parse INES format, which should be a lot easier to do. But I don't know. What do I want to do next? Should I do that? Yeah, why not? Okay. Let's move this over though, because it's currently in an example. Some textures. Source. This is a little bit mesmerizing. Anyway. Alright. Cool beans. So now let's learn about how to do NES header format. NES dev test ROMs. There is the one that says like this is what you should do is NES test, I think, right? Excuse me. Okay. Let's grab Gumroad or whatever it's called. It can't be Gumroad. Gumdrop? Gumdrop. And we'll just go ahead and do a quick little struct options. I really like Gumdrop as an options parsing thing because it's like struct.op, but it's way lighter weight. It's just like a lot less overhead. Options help the name of the ROM to execute. And then you just do let ops equal red options parse cards default or exit. Hi, Spike Crab. I said it in general. Also, if you followed me, then you would know every time. Just saying, brah. Just saying. I shouldn't have put a main in a lib. That was dumb. Examples. Parsing. Oops. Just one example. Sorry, Cargo. No matching package named Gumroad because that's not what it's called. Why do I always do that? I can't implicitly support Vim usage. You an Emacs kind of person? Emacs destroys my hands. Like, I don't know how people can use Emacs. I get annoyed when things require too many capital letters. Unexpected free argument, which is not what was intended, but maybe it should be. Evil mode? What is evil mode? Maybe I do want it to be free. I don't really know why it wouldn't be. Alright, there we go. VM key bindings for Emacs. Okay, but then, like, what's the point? I agree with Nick here. All the good packages. Oh, I see, as opposed to all the bad packages. Alright. Org mode is good. I will give you that. Org mode is like the one thing that Emacs has over Vim. Unequivocally. Okay, let's open the file. Another thing I always forget how to do, but it's pretty easy. Relative line numbers are objectively better. Oh yeah, so normally I set both. I don't know why that went away, but normally it's both are set. Oh, I think it was causing lag on like a slow-ass version of Vim that Sigwin had installed at one point, so I took it out of my Windows config. Anyway. Is that what I'm missing? Yes, it is. Because I'm not returning anything, of course. There we go. Alright. Which means I probably don't actually need this use, do I? Yeah. Okay. So we open it up, and then what? We want to read everything. It's pretty small, so let's just do probably file.read is not like a thing. Open, create, sync all, sync data. Wait, how did you do this? File.read to string like doesn't show up anywhere in here. Oh, there it is. Okay, weird. Read just returns a vector, which is exactly what I want. Oh. That makes sense. Expected one parameter, which I guess is the path. Wait, hang on. Read to end. Okay, I get it. Well, whatever. Just do it that way then. It's a macro? That doesn't seem right. What? Oh, it's in FS. That's why. Okay. I'm just being silly. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got everything now. Let's just go ahead and dump the whole thing. Look at all those instructions and stuff. Okay, so where's the thing? NES headers, 16 bytes. Get rid of that. Contents. Slice 16. Header. Gonna want me to borrow it. Yep. Okay. So 4E45 53 1A. Yep, that matches. Size of prog ROM in 16 kilobyte units. Size of car ROM. Flags and stuff. Okay, so now we want to do some SERDI. Is there some sort of SERDI binary? There definitely should be. Data format supported. Bin code, huh? BSON, JSON, CBOR. Alright, fine. We'll just write it ourselves. I feel like this really should be something that's SERDiable, but whatever. Okay. Struct NES-ROM. Struct INES header. Prong size U8. Sure, size U8. Play choice inst ROM, if present. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay. Flags 6. Flags 7. Flags 8. Flags 9. Uh, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. From file. No, that's probably not it. From bytes, let's say. It's gonna take in a slice of U8s and return an INS header. Assert, yes, this is input. Length is greater than or equal to 16 bytes. And then we'll return a new INS header. Input 0 to 4, it's just to 4. Size is input 5. Input 6. Input 7. Input 8. Input 9. I did something dumb here. Yep, off by 1. I always feel it in my head when I do something dumb. Actually, not always. That would be really convenient. But a lot of the time, it just kind of goes off. Equals INS header from bytes. And then let's derive debug on you. so we can actually look at you. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, okay. That's really not that surprising. How do we? It's like a 2 array on slices. I feel like there ought to be a 2 array on slices. Nope. From mute, from raw part, etc., etc., etc. Alright, whatever. This will work. Try into will do it? Okay. Let's see if into will do it and just panic otherwise. Nope. Try into unwrap. No method try into found for type U8. Use if the state is in. Okay. Use standard convert try into. Is that what it also said for into? No, it's not. Okay. Oh yeah, duh. Try into. Yep, same difference. Boop. Okay. So magic is good. Alright, so let's do let result equal this. Insert result dot magic is equal to 0x4e, 0x45, 0x53, 0x1a. And then insert zeros dot all. I feel like that should be how that works. I feel by this name exists itself. Oh, result dot. I wouldn't do the 0 bits. Yeah, I saw that as well, but I'll just start this way and then I'll know if something weird happens. Actually, no, you're right. I'll just get rid of it. Just array. Oh, it's literally right here. I just had it open 2 seconds ago. What I will do is I will log if there is non-zero bytes in there. Nah, I won't even bother. Whatever. Who cares? Alright. So let's just break this real quick. Contents 0 is equal to 0. And then we should get an assert. Yep. Should probably implement a parse, or a test rather. That probably doesn't actually work that way, does it? Alright, whatever, it's fine. Who cares? I tried it, it works. It's not a work thing. Okay, so that's the header. What's next? We gotta actually parse some of those flags, which is gonna be 7, 8, 9, 10. So self is gonna be frog size times 16 kilobytes. Cur size is 8 kilobytes. 0 means cur RAM. Okay. Oh, the flags are literally right here. There. Okay, we'll just hack a bunch of these out real quick. Next thing is persistent memory. Which is bit 2. Trainer, huh? I wonder what that's about. As trainer for screen VRAM 8 lower nibble of mapper number. Okay, we'll just do mapper number all at once then. Okay, flag 7 versus Unisystem. Whatever the hell is that? Am I on the NES Dev IRC channel? I am not, although I probably should be, huh? Everybody has the best names on the internet. Welcome aboard, butt cheeks. Are you on the NES Dev IRC channel? If equal to 2, flags 8 to 15 are in NES2 format. Okay. Is NES2 INES2 is going to be flags 8 and C is equal to C. It's clearly pronounced Butch 33KS. Okay. I am. Some of the best NES devs are there, like Kevtris and whatnot. Yeah, I have stopped by occasionally in the past, and I'm sure that everyone is very... Wait, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been there a couple times in the past, and everyone seems very on the ball. It's really cool how like you can just hop onto an IRC channel and find like the people. Similarly, in the EmuDev Discord, I was like talking about the Dolphin Uber shaders and didn't realize at all that the 2 people who wrote them were both listening to me and responding to me until I went back and reread the Dolphin blog. Like, oh, Mobby. Why did I change this to flags 8? That's not what that is. 7. Okay, and then mapper number is going to give me a U8. GC Forever channel on FNet. so flags 6, right shift 4, or flags 7 and F0. Okay. Flags 8 is per gram size. Okay. Just use Dolphin Dev. I've been in Dolphin Dev a couple of times. I was having very weird, like freezes or glitches or something. Oh no, I know. I remember what it was. It was that my CPU usage was huge, just sitting on the idle screen, and I came in to bitch about it, and then no one knew what was going on. And I didn't really have the time to run it down myself, so nothing really came of it. Okay, so if self.flags 8 is equal to 8, wait, no, it's equal to 0, 8 kilobytes, else flags 8 times 8 kilobytes. Later extension to the iNES format and is not widely used. NES2 is recommended for specifying per gram. Okay, yeah, I need to branch all of these, I guess, on iNES2, but which flag was that? That was in name 7, and it means flags 8 through 15. Okay, so if we look at this ROM, those flags are 0, so it is not in NES2 format, which means I don't have to deal with it yet. Hooray! Okay, what's the next thing? That's not true. You're in the Rust Discord. I've seen you there. Ha. Alright, fair enough. How long have you been writing Rust? You seem substantially more familiar with it than I am, or possibly just less whiny. You gotta file a bug report like everyone else, I'm afraid. Yeah, I didn't do that. Because I know that it's super irritating if you, like, don't... Interesting. Okay. I know it's super irritating to file a bug report without, like, repro instructions and, like, a proper rundown of what the hell is actually happening, so I just didn't bother. This byte is not part of the official specification, and relatively few emulators honor it. The PRG RAM size value was recently added. As such, no ROM images you make use of it. Older versions ignored 7 to 15. Commonly, they will be filled with disk dude, which results in 64 being added to the mapper number. If the last 4 bytes are not all 0, and the header is not marked for NES2, you should either mask off the upper 4 bits of the mapper number or simply refuse to load the ROM. Okay. So what that means is if self zeros iter filter x is not equal to 0 count greater than 1, probably a more efficient way to do that. Yes, Pixel, you should. Then we're just gonna use mask off the upper 4 bits of the masker number, of the mapper number, so just ignore those, I guess. Okay. But it's related to MGUI. Sure, why not? Do it. Make software better. Software is all terrible. Any good software is a win because it's so rare and possibly non-existent or impossible. I wonder what happens if bits 9, if flags 9 and flags 10 conflict each other vis-a-vis TV systems. Whatever. Guess I don't care about it. Big facts, yeah. Okay, I think this is sufficiently good. I'll deal with all this other crap later. Archaic INES. I like that. Pick one at random. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not going to bother implementing both of those anyway, so no implementation for U8 double borrow equals immature. No implementation for and U8 equals U8. Alright, we'll just double unborrow it in the pattern. What could go wrong? Okay. So that's the header and all the other junk. So then the next thing is trainer if present. I was thinking of adding struct support to the popular Emulator method. Sounds good to me, man. Do it. You can choose which bytes to show. That sounds useful. I haven't actually seen that thing. I swear there was a thing that was like telling me what the trainer was. Where's the trainer thing? There it is. Okay. Usually contains mapper register translation and RAM caching code for earlier RAM cartridges that could not mimic mapper ASICs, only had 32 kilobytes of RAM. Nesticle, an old and influential NES emulator for DOS, is not used on unmodified dumps of original cartridges. Okay, then I don't care. So, assert not result dot as trainer. Thanks, fam. My issues are eternal, I'm afraid, but I will at least get slightly more NES going. Have a good night. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and do NES ROM is going to have an INES header. It's going to have program is vec u8. It's going to have chrom is vec u8. Play choice inst ROM. I don't know what the hell that is. We'll ignore that for now. That's fine. And then there is some amount of program maybe, but again, we'll just ignore that for now. And then in impl NES-ROM from file path and stir NES-ROM. Stick this junk in here. Drive debug. Oh, this would need to return a results. That's wrong. Yeah, let's just obviously using the IO error is like not a good choice, but I'm gonna do it anyway for now. Fix it later. Maybe. Okay, so that's the header. Parse the header. Then if, actually no, I asserted it doesn't have a trainer. So that means the next thing is, what did it say about program size being 0? That's program. Value 0 means the board uses pure RAM. Okay, well, I'll deal with that again later. Erg ROM is equal to vec new. Oh no, that's dumb. Let erg ROM vec u8 equal contents let pointer equals 0. Pointer plus header dot erg ROM size bytes. Just double check that that works. Yeah, okay, sorry, just delete that. Right, I need a dot into or a dot collect or whatever to vec. But other than that, it looks like it works, so that's good. Pointer plus equal header per ROM size bytes. Per ROM vec u8 equal contents pointer plus header dot per ROM size bytes to vec plus equal header dot per ROM size bytes. Yep, still not returning, but that's all that there is. So okay, NES ROM header per ROM sure ROM. Okay, builds. NES-ROM from file ops.rom path question mark. Debug ROM. See if that works. Oh, gotta borrow. Okay, well that was not a super useful thing. Header. Verb ROM. Let's just do the header. ROM dot verb ROM dot length. Okay, that seems pretty good. I'm not going to deal with any of that other junk at the moment, so here's what we're going to do. Tabby source ines.rs. Just gonna go ahead and grab all this junk. Deep, 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 deep. It would have to be inside the directory examples. Is that gonna work? No. Nick, help me with modules. I suck at modules. Just use module from example. My main my. Inaccessible and nested. Nobody ever, like, I don't understand why, but I've never encountered a module system that I was happy with. Code in any file but the create root is automatically named based on a module. Right, we've got that already. Mod hello is not going to work. Do I need to like use the crate? That would be really irritating. Well, let me see what my my buddies do here. MGUI cheats. Let's go to pixels. So it does say use pixels. So do we want to use red INES star? Is that what we want? Could not find INES in red. Okay, so you at least looked, I guess, but it's right there, so. Do I need to pub mod it from lib? I guess that's possible. Hey, it did work. Can't find derived options. Oh, that's because I moved too much stuff. My bad. Use of undeclared type or module because I didn't pub it. And then all these need to be pubbed. And then you're not supposed to just directly access the header, which I think is fair. I mean, I guess that's pretty much okay, isn't it? How long have I been live? I feel like there should be a way to see that too. There probably is. But I have no idea how, so. Oh, there it is. Hour and 26 minutes. That's not bad. Okay, so. Do I want to actually, like, persist this example? Probably not. I'll just get rid of these prints and then call it good. Or I'll just debug ROM, generally. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. And then in INES, we've got all this utility code, which is great. And so now, what's next? So we parse this out, and then we want to, I guess, start the CPU, huh? So where does the CPU live? Or maybe the MMU, which I assume there is some amount of. Where would one find a memory map exactly? CPU memory map. There we go. 2 kilobytes of internal RAM and stuff. Start execution at C0, which Seems like it could kind of be anywhere. If the mapper doesn't fix it to some known bank, use some sort of reset detection, the vectors need to be stored in all the banks. Okay. The rest of that is pretty straightforward. Maybe I need to look at like mapper 0 or something. Probably. So, okay. Mapper. Mapping of the churn perk chips into the NES's address space, which can be expanded by bank switching, or by using battery back volatile RAM, name table mirroring, sound generation, and junk. Okay. Discrete logic and ASIC base. MMC for its ASIC maps. Named after the ASIC, except in weird ones. A numbering scheme that originally implemented with NES. Plain 0 table, these mappers do not require an S2 header. Okay, so NROM is just like the basic ass one, I guess. Banks, all banks are fixed. Solder pack config. Okay, so the mapper is what needs to actually go and do the translations. That makes sense to me. But where does the 6502 start exactly? Reset vector. On read, the processor reads the last 2 bytes, or FC and FD, which are not the last 2 bytes. Second to last 2 bytes. Interesting. Okay. And the mapper comes in before that, I guess. So if we look at the NROM mapper, what we're going to want to do is basically define ourselves a struct thingy that or, well, no, we really probably want like a trait. And then we want struct NROM. And then we want an impl mapper for NROM. And then we want like a const mappers. It's going to be an array of mapper, currently only 1. Oh no, you can't actually do mapper. You have to do like impl mapper, or not even impl mapper. You have to do box mapper maybe. Is that what we want to do? Probably not. Okay, never mind. Forget that. Do it later. Okay, so we're gonna impl mapper for MROM. So what does it do, or NROM rather? What do we need to do? We need to do get byte, which takes the self, and a pointer, which is going to be, what, U16? Yep. And returns a U8. Oh, and it doesn't need to be implemented because this is a trait. And then in NROM, we do get byte, self, adder U16 to U8. So it needs ROM data. No, it doesn't need ROM data. What it needs is per ROM deck U8, per ROM deck U8, and it's going to need well, we'll do that later. It's going to need some way to construct itself in a second, but not yet. So, if we get the bytes, in this case, what we want to do is there's going to be some like basic CPUS stuff, which lives up here, all this junk. So this should only get called if it's in the mapped region, which is from 4020 to FF. So assert adder is greater than or equal to 4020. And then in this case, we want to further say program mirrored as necessary to fill entire 8 KB window, write protectable within an external switch. First 16 KB of ROM. Okay, so the program, which is that in my INES thing? No, it's not. Might have to deal with that in a minute, but not yet. First 16 kilobytes of ROM, last 16 kilobytes of ROM. So it always has. Okay, so we'll deal with that later. 16 kilobyte for NROM 128, 32 kilobyte for NROM 256. So either it's less or it's a mirror. Okay. Alright, so let's do this super ROM upper. And let's make it a slice, I guess. And program lower is also going to be that. And then what we do is if adder is less than 0x8000 to do RAM. If adder is less than C1000, perg ROM lower adder minus C1000. No, that's wrong. Adder minus 8000. Else if, or well, just else, I guess. Perg ROM upper adder minus C1000. Okay. What's it called? Parser or ROM test? Parsing. There we go. ROM parsing. That's what we want to do. Just right here. Gonna crack all this junk open, and now we need a way to implement an NROM from. Actually, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a free function. Create mapper based on a ROM, which is a NES ROM. It's going to take by ownership, and it's going to return currently an NROM, although later it will return, I don't know, impl mapper maybe? Assert ROM dot header dot. Well, I really should say like ROM dot mapper number, actually. Mapper number 0. And we're going to add that in here. Function mapper number and self yields a U8 self.header.mapper number. That is what that's called, right? Oops, I just misspelled it. It's supposed to be a B. There we go. Oh, I called the wrong thing. My bad. NROM mapper. Oh, so many errors. Okay. I'm not importing Gumroad, so that's an issue. Still called Gumdrop. Expected identifier. Oh yeah, I got rid of that. Use of undeclared type or module. Yeah, that's fair. You might have misused the available field. I did. And it expected a lifetime. Alright, fine. Take one. See if I care. Okay, this one is elided, which I guess does make sense. Alright, you know what? I'm going back to Vex. It's not worth it. Because I just realized that would make me like a self-borrowing struct kind of a thing, so let's not bother with it. Okay. Do that. You can't index it by U16, which does in fact make sense. As you size. As you size. Then you need to actually return an NROM from up here, which is gonna be per ROM upper is gonna be SROM dot slice so if, wait, how do I tell if it's a 128? I guess it will tell me in the header size. So if rom.header dot rom size bytes is equal to 32 times 24. Then you're going to return this thing. Else, you're going to return a different thing. Else if ROM header per ROM size bytes equals 16 times 1024. Going to return a different one. Else panic. Invalid per ROM size for nrom mapper 0. I wonder if that's even legal. We'll find out. All sorts of junk doesn't work here because I didn't expose those methods, which totally makes sense. Also, I didn't finish filling this out. So rom.prog rom from 16 times 1024 to the end. Rom lower rom.rom dot 16 times 1024. And then sure rom is rom dot sure rom. I don't even know if it is a thing. Clone. Probably need to clone these. And none of this is going to work because it's not how it works, but it's okay. Okay, so what do we need from this? We need ROM size, mapper number, ROM. Already got mapper number. ROM size is pretty easy. Fun per ROM size bytes. Self size. Self.header.per ROM size bytes. Alright, so now let's go through all this and delete the header portion. Oh, yeah, okay, fair. And then you can't get access to the prog ROM. So let's just go ahead and do that. Pub fun prog ROM self. And just return a slice, which is going to be self.per/ROM borrowed. And then hopefully that works. It does, okay. Per/ROM.length should be equal to per/ROM size bytes. And then we'll just go ahead and frag this bit. And then same here. Get rid of this, and then this should just leave some car ROMs being wrong. Private field, not a method. Oh, my bad, I mistyped it. Okay, no method clone, but there is a method to vec, I think. Which has functionally the same effect. Okay, and now to vec. Turn a U8 slice per ROM. Okay. Alright, so now the only problem is that I'm not returning anything from here. Okay, that. Let mapper equal create mapper ROM. Hey, it didn't explode. Let's debug mapper. I didn't derive debug on this spool. Okay. And let's do let reset vector equal mapper dot get byte 0x. What did I say it was? It was C and D. FFFC. Or no, hang on. If that's the low byte, and then you want mapper.get byte 0x FFFD left shifted by 8 or well, you want this to be as U16 as U16. Yeah, you're right. Okay. I love technology. Okay. Can't remember which one comes first. That works. That's backwards. C004. That doesn't seem right. Because it says to start execution at C000, which is supposed to jump to C5F5. The PC doesn't walk down, does it? That doesn't make sense. So how did I end up 4 above? How to work it good. Cool. So the test program, when run on automation, set your program counter to C00. We'll perform all tests in sequence and show the results of the effect. Oh, okay, I see. So if you hack it to go to C1000, then it will work. But the actual reset vector is not that. The actual reset vector displays junk, which is why this trace jumps over a bunch of code. Now I understand what you tried to say to me. Alright, well, I think that's a pretty good start for today. It's getting up on 5:30. Let's see, how long have I been streaming now? Almost 2 hours. I think this is a good pause point because we're about to start getting into the CPU, which is what I really wanted to do the whole time anyway, but never mind. Be good to just pick up tomorrow from there. I am planning to stream again tomorrow, probably around, I don't know, like 1 or 2, I'll get started, and I'm going to try to do about 4 hours again tomorrow as well. Hopefully moving into the CPU, it'll be a little bit more interesting because I'll actually implement some stuff as opposed to just slamming my head against getting a window drawing in Rust. Thanks for showing up, everybody. I really appreciate it. Let me know if this was at all interesting, I guess, and what I could maybe do to make it more interesting. Other than that, everybody have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.